Before we begin, please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly advised. None of what you're about to hear has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are direct statements made by the prosecution and Cassie Ventura during the federal trial of Sean Diddy Combs on May 14, 2025. Some language has been censored to meet YouTube guidelines. This is a voiceover of Day 3's testimony as recorded by a courtroom journalist from Inner City Press on X.com. As always, all individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Now let's get into it. Miss Ventura, I just handed you 2 drives. What do they contain? GX, 8 messages and photos retrieved from my devices. Yesterday, you testified that Sean went looking for Suge Knight while armed. Can you confirm? Yes. He brought guns and asked me to check if the escorts were undercover cops. That was my role. And did you comply? Yes. When you resisted him, what happened? Early in the relationship, when I tried to fight back, it escalated his violence. He became more aggressive. At this point, the defense objected, calling it speculative. The judge overruled. So how did Sean react when you pushed back? With rage. Let's revisit the Intercontinental Hotel hallway footage. From 143 to 146. Who do we see? Sean. And what's in his hand? Initially nothing, but later he's holding my phone. How did he get your phone? He took everything I had. And where does he end up? Sitting by the window. What are you doing? Walking away from him. In the video at 5:31, where did you go after the hotel? I took an Uber. Now let's look at these texts. Page 4. Can you read it? Please call, I'm surrounded. That was from Sean. He was running around in a towel. I told him to put a robe on. These green texts, who sent them? I did. I told Sean that Jules had left and he could stay as long as he was quiet. Who was Jules? An escort. Is this Jules in the photo? Yes. On the screen, we see B606 and B607, side-by-side selfies of you with a swollen lip. Where were you when you took those? In an Uber, using one of my phones. What did you write to him? Please stay away from me. His reply? I'm getting arrested. Was he? I don't think so. My response? Plugging my phone in and going to bed. Who was at your apartment when you arrived? Carrie Morgan. She was visibly upset and called the police. Did you speak to them? Yes, but I didn't name Sean. Why not? I wasn't ready. Did Sean come to your building? Yes, banging on the door. That was usual for him, but this was a private building. Did you reach out to Miss Courtroom? Yes. I went to see D-Rock and his wife for safety. What are you wearing in this photo? A gown and sunglasses, covering a black eye. Any other bruising? On my legs, yes. I had to change clothes. Who are the individuals in these escort photos? Some I knew by names. Tommy, Greg, Jonathan. Others I recognized from freak-offs. One with a red cap. I didn't know his name. What does your text say here? This is all we do. Refers to the freak-offs. Did you avoid certain acts? Kissing. It felt too personal. But Sean insisted on it. What did he want for your 29th birthday? A freak-off. He had me pulled from Blind Dragon. Did he use blackmail? He created fear. He'd threatened to release freak-off videos, especially when I tried dating someone else. What would he say the result would be? Shame. In this chat dated July 22nd, 2013, you wrote, "Please delete the videos off your phone. Too many people have access." He replied, "No iCloud. All good. Ambient kicking in." During the courtroom break, Combs was seen talking with attorney Xavier Donaldson. The jury and Cassie returned, and testimony resumed. You said you'd heard a sexually explicit video was circulating? Yes. I reached out to Sean. What happened next? We were driving from Atlantic City to NYC to meet a DJ. Kid. Did it happen? Yes. At a restaurant. His security surrounded the place. Who else was there? Uncle Paulie, James Cruz. How would you recover after a freak-off? I'd numb myself. Massages, IV fluids, chef-made meals. I had frequent urinary tract infections. They were painful. Antibiotics stopped working. Let's read this message. I have sores on my tongue. Another UTI. Cause? Friction from oral acts. Who went to clubs with you and Sean? Jules. from the Intercontinental. Did you want to have sex with him? Number, but I knew him. Who witnessed Sean being violent during freak-offs? Sometimes the escort, Jules, was in the room. Did they know? Yes. They'd check on me afterward. Cities where abuse happened? New York City? Los Angeles? Miami? How often? Too often. What's the Abbey? A gay bar in LA. I was going to a festival in Canada when Sean tried to attack me at home. He threw me into a bed frame. What's this photo? My injured eye. Who took you to the doctor? D-Rock. You sent the photo to Sean? Yes. Said, so you can remember. Where was this photo taken? Green room in Toronto. Hair covering my eye. Later, we went to the Hamptons for a freak-off. Which escort? Dave. I took GB, blacked out. Woke up in the shower. They were panicking. I spiraled. Then spoke to one of Sean's friends. Ended up in another freak-off. What's this next image? My eyebrow, partly healed. Still have a scar. At Cannes, he accused me of theft, threw me off the boat. I was on the red carpet hours later. Returned to New York on a commercial flight. Switched seats to avoid him, but he switched too. Showed me freak-off videos on his laptop. Threatened to release them. I felt trapped. Back in NYC, what happened? We went to dinner, then another freak-off. Why? To keep him calm. June 13th, 2013. Messages mention GB and escort availability. You write, only Paul or Jake, the white guy, available. Just one more person knowing our secret. Secret? The freak-offs. What's SLS? A hotel in Hollywood. When would you take Valium? Before freak-offs, when anxious. Sean's driver, Raheem, would deliver it. Now we move to Exhibit 2A404. Who is this? She worked for Sean. We call her Mia. Your devices, were they working when you gave them to the government? Number Exhibit 602A shown only to jury. What's on your skin? Oil. When did the physical abuse begin? First year, New York City, in a car. He hit me. I fell to the Escalade floor. January 2009. LA event? He insulted me for speaking to a producer. I hit him. He stomped my face in the car. Lasted 10 minutes. I tried to leave. Security brought me back. Roger Bonds told me to go to a hotel. They smuggled me in. Hid my face. Where? London hotel. Stayed over a week. Assistant Genevieve brought ice cream. Did you feel free to leave? Number. Did you know the incident was reported? It was in a blind item. My mom asked if it was me. I lied. Didn't want to endanger her. At a party, you saw BT execs and heard Sean was coming. You ran out. He followed. Beat you. Bruised face. This photo. Who is it? Scott Miscudi, aka Kid Cudi. Dated in 2011. Sean found out from my phone. Found emails. Used a wine opener as a weapon. I ran to Scott's, then talked to Sean's assistant. Returned to see Sean. He threatened to release videos. Kicked me, bruised my back. At your hotel, what did you find? Room trashed, urine on the floor, feces in the toilet, days before Christmas. You emailed your mom and Capricorn during your flight. Said Sean would release the tape on Christmas and harm you both. He'd be out of the country. Photos. Your mom took them in Connecticut. Of the bruise. Did you tell her the full story? Number said it was the first time. Didn't mention freak-offs. Cassie asked for a break here. Unclear why. Perhaps pregnancy or discomfort. After the break, the judge asked how much longer for questioning. Prosecution said 1 hour. Did anyone visit you in Connecticut? Scott did, but you ended it? Yes, too dangerous. Sean said he'd hurt us both. Where did you go next? Arizona, for Sean's son's college visit. Told my mom it was for work. Sean said he wanted Scott's friends to see his car blown up. In a later meeting, Scott asked, "What about my car?" Sean said, "What car?" Next photo, Kingston, Jamaica. Were you bruised? Yes. Another image, Sean's bathroom. You were recovering from being beaten in Las Vegas. After party. Sean tapped me, dragged me to the room, assaulted me, kicked me behind a toilet. D-Rock and James Cruz stopped it. D-Rock texted, "Where you at? Time to ice your face." Was that the only time he beat you? Number I saw him hit others. An assistant, Ellery. In Turks and Caicos, he dragged someone. Also saw him nearly throw someone off your 17th floor balcony. Drugs, occasionally got them myself. Sean left pills in a vitamin C bottle. Doctors wrote scripts in assistants' names or mine. Your brother's birthday party. Someone took your photo. You punched her. Year relationship ended. 2018. Health, PTSD, sleepwalking. August 2018. What's this? A knife at your front door. Sean was coming around. Dinner in Malibu. Closure talk. He tried to convince you to go to Burning Man. Were you seeing someone? Yes, my now husband. What happened next? Sean came over. Assaulted me, violent, in your living room, then left. Did you sleep with him after that? Voluntarily once, returned to his house. Why? We had history. 10 years together. I checked in with him afterward. He texted he had iPads full of images. Demanded money. Why? Said he paid my now husband to be my trainer. My reply? Do you want the truth? There's more than videos. Abuse. I once tried to walk into traffic. Therapy ? Yes, wrote a book. My mom helped, sent it to Sean through my attorney and KK. Asked if he read it. She said no. What did you ask for? $30 million. Lawsuit, November 2023. Settled in 24 hours for $20 million. Why testify now? I can't carry it anymore. It was wrong. I treated people like objects. I regret it. I never did another freak off again after Sean. Hundreds before, none after. No further questions. The prosecution asked for a sidebar. Judge delayed cross-examination until the next day. Defense said they'd wrap by the week's end. And that's it for Cassie Ventura's testimony from day 3. What do you think? Will it be enough to sway the jury? Drop your thoughts below. We're compiling the full transcript now. Stay tuned.